Salve galera, tudo certo? Aqui quem tá falando é o Zone e galera, é o seguinte, hoje estamos aqui para fazer mais uma gameplay e a gameplay de hoje vai ser Tales of Berseria. Tá bom galera, eu já vou logo avisando, se você é novo aqui no canal, já vai se inscrevendo e já vai deixando o seu like, tudo beleza? Não se esqueça de compartilhar o canal. Bom galera, vamos dar continuidade aí para a nossa saga de Tales of. Último vídeo, não lembro o que a gente fez, então foda-se. Deixa eu ali conversar com a rapaziada. Os demônios que arrasaram Hellwes também atacaram Lothringen recentemente. E tem mais, empregaram artes desconhecidas para evocar um dragão. Evocar um dragão, não é qualquer demônio que faz isso. A abadia deve se mobilizar para eliminá-los logo, antes que seja tarde demais. Apesar de terem terminado de reconstruir o armazém, não chegaram a pegar o culpado pelo incêndio. A abadia está deixando a desejar. Se não consegue pegar nenhum Hellis incendiário... eu li errado, foda-se. Meu português tá uma bosta ultimamente, galera. Eu saí do colégio, parece que eu desaprendi tudo que eu aprendi em português. Eu fui a Lothringen do Sul faz pouco tempo. Rapaz, eu fiquei chocado. Você sabia que eles comem carne de pinguim lá? De pinguim? Mas é um bicho tão fofo. Não acredito que alguém olha pra ele e pense em comida. Falando em comida, o carregamento que você queria chegou. Uma caixa inteira de carne de coe-porco da melhor qualidade. Ah, chegou? Agora sim, como sinto falta disso. Faz tempo que eu não como um bife decente. O que você quer, ó?
But maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it, after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Hellawes are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep, standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way, wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah, the official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
Saiba que esses demônios vão ser quem vai salvar vocês, ô bando de vacilão. Depois do incidente com o sumo sacerdote, eu percebi que a abadia esconde muita coisa da gente. Bem, ninguém precisa ficar sabendo de tudo, não é? Quando eu tomo o rumo errado, não saio anunciando isso para a tripulação inteira. Hã? Mas isso a gente tem que saber. Não. Oxi. Tá louco, filho? Tem que saber o caralho que tem que saber dessa porra aí. Olha, ó, aquele vagabundo maldito que eu odeio.
Don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltias are pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eyfried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eyfried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Ifrid stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Ifrid and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
Nossa, mano, vai tomar no cu, muito texto, cara. Não dá pra ficar lendo essa porra, não. Nossa, velho, que merda. Muito texto, muito texto. Dá não, jogo. Parece Genshin Impact essa porra. E o que eu ia falar? Eu xinguei aquele cara ali de tudo quanto é tipo de nome, mas não é dele não. É porque essa merda desse jogo, os NPC desse jogo usa toda a mesma roupa. É tudo a mesma roupa, todo o mesmo rosto. Eu tava falando daquele viado lá que aumentou o preço pra estacionar o Von Eltia aqui, mano. É daquele corno lá, não desse outro corno. Os caras, meu. Nossa, mas vai tomar no cu Genshin Impact essa porra. 35 milhões de fala. Eu saí com barco para pescar caranguejo. Voltei com a rede cheia de camarão. Não tem problema, os dois ficam vermelhos depois de cozidos. Dá na mesma. Camarão, caranguejo, polvo ou lula. Tudo enche a pança. Espera, lula não fica vermelha. Não, mas ainda assim é gostosa. Então, para que fazer caso? Eu sei que você já sabe, mas não se esqueça das nossas viagens de exploração. Certamente vamos descobrir coisas que serão úteis à sua luta. Sim, vou descobrir muitas coisas que serão úteis para a minha luta. Com certeza, uma estátua, roupa, um pedaço de muro, um quadro muito útil para a luta. Muito. Nossa senhora. Útil até demais. Aí, ó. Ó, aqui, ó. É o mesmo filho da puta. É o mesmo. O rosto é igual, é idêntico. Olha isso. Lógico que eu vou acabar me confundindo. Graças aos criminosos procurados, posso jogar dados toda noite. Se precisar ancorar seu navio, é só falar. Nada abala aquele cara. Vindo de você significa bastante. Recebemos um pedido enorme de suprimentos de Van Valvale. Pelo jeito estão se saindo bem e isso é bom para a gente. Foda-se. Eu acho. Fecharam a estrada de Enon ao norte. O exército não quer sofrer outro ataque vergonhoso no trono Império. Ataque vergonhoso foi foda. É bom vocês terem vergonha mesmo, rapaz. Nós que vai foder com essa porra toda ainda, caralho. Vai lá, véia, fala. Por que bloquearam o acesso à planície Aldina a leste da estrada Danon? Porque nós fudeu com o templo, fia. Caiu uma série de tempestades horríveis na região. O tempo não está direito. É a era do desastre mesmo. Não, é só nós que fudeu com o rolê ali mesmo. Tem mais um baú pra catar por aqui. Aqui. A abadia me deixou dar uma olhada no trono Império. Ele é enorme e os degraus não têm fim. Mentira, porque se eu cheguei até o fim é porque tem fim. Um bando de demônios entrou escondido, mas o pastor e os Impérios acabaram com eles. Não, a gente tá literalmente na sua frente, cara. Só que não, né? Só que não. Oh, tinha um filho da puta ali pra falar. O que você quer? Tem circulado muitas histórias de demônios levando a melhor sobre a abadia. É um crime causar pânico nos outros desse jeito. Deviam prender quem fica espalhando esses boatos.
The blood-winged butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you? Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks. The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh? Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo! A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Aguenta um minutinho aí, família. Tem mais um baú por aqui. Puta, jogo. Onde que eu vou achar esse baú, meu? Ainda mais que é numa área extensa como essa.
Here we are, back in Logris.
Nossa, mas...
It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act?
Coo, coo. I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Nossa.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings. depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Aleluia, irmãos. Ouvi um amém que acabou essa porra. Ó o baú ali, ó. Não, não fode. Você não me viu. Eu tava atrás da pedra. Vai se fuder. Não vou lutar com você. Sai, vai embora. Não, eu tava atrás da pedra. Olha, Você virou pro lado e me viu? Que porra é essa? Ah, mano, desvia não, cara. Nossa, parça.
I can't even call that a... I'll finish this Victory is out.
We can do this.
You won't catch
Ô, caralho.
You don't want to make...
Vai, vai, se junta, se junta. Se junta, se junta, se junta, se junta. Pelo amor de Deus, cara. Ô corno, você vai defender até quando, ô maldito? Só sabe defender agora, parça? Olha isso. Por que que não... Mano, eu fico indignado. O que eu fico indignado? Todos os outros talhes off tem um botão de escudo pra se defender. O Berseria é o único que não tem. Porque todos os botões que era pra ser de outras funções virou botão de ataque. Eu odeio isso, galera. Juro por Deus. Não dá pra entender esse jogo às vezes, mano. Sério. Todos os outros talhes off tem um botão pra escudo. Esse é o único que não tem. Vem logo, ô pomba. Tô esperando, parça. Vamos reagir? Vamos. Amanhã Para de defender, parça. Olha isso, mano. Ah não, véi. Ah não, véi. Ah não. Foge da batalha. Não quero mais. Não vou mais lutar com você, não. Vai a merda. Cansei de lutar com você. Vou lutar com você. Para de defender, macaco. Vem cá, o maldito. Ué, onde é que tá? Ah. Ah, mano, ó, sinceramente, foda-se, cara. Eu não vou ficar lutando com esses caras porque esses merda aqui não me dá nada de XP. Se bem que agora parece que eles estão muito mais fortes do que estavam antes, não? Não sei, eles estão demorando muito pra morrer. Ah, não! Pô, eles estão dando XP bom, 208 de XP, cara. Nossa. Trava não, jogo. Trava não, cara.
Another victory.
Don't get overconfident.
Para de defender, irmão.
If you wanna live.
Que chato.
Be proud. You made.
You better be ready.
You two are so...
You'll be rust on my blade.
Come on, really? I'll finish this now.
But on this world, I won't miss. Form zero. Thunder. One down. Hold up. No escape.
Come on, really?
I'll finish this.
It's over, right?
Don't get overconfident.
Eu acho que é pra cá que eu tenho que vir, hein? Ah, pra cá mesmo. Ó a cutscene. Vai ter fala. Ai, que ódio.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
A todos os guerreiros eu tenho um conselho para dar. Quem não melhora os equipamentos não chega à vitória. A preguiça custa caro, pode acreditar. Tá, soldado de cachecol, ele é dos mariposas sangrentas. Vamos ver aqui o que aquele corno tem pra falar.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up.
So, that's the latest word on the streets.
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Halaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Os ataques dos demônios estão diminuindo, não estão? É isso que a Abadia diz, pelo menos. Quem liga pra Abadia? Vai tomar no seu cu, vai. Ah, eu conheço você. Você é a moça do circo mágico ou coisa parecida, acertei? É por isso que você fica zanzando por aí vestida desse jeito, não é? Sei que precisamos de diversão em tempos sombrios, mas não vai perder a modéstia. Ninguém continua jovem para sempre. Cuida da tua vida, moça. Eu, hein? Cuida da tua vida. Eu queria soltar os cachorros e deixar eles correndo à vontade. É, mas sem demônios à solta não dá para ficar ao lado de fora de assim. A situação é péssima, mas a regra é regra. Eu sei, mas sinto uma dó dos coitadinhos porque eles têm que sofrer com as nossas regras. Sei lá, pergunta lá no Poço Ipiranga. Acabaram de me contar um boato pavoroso. Dizem que a Pretora. Não. Se essa palavra existir. Deixa eu pesquisar aqui no Google. Pretora. Deixa eu dar um Google nesse Pretora aí. Pretora. Funcionários da Justiça na Roma Antiga. Funcionários da Justiça na Roma Antiga. Os cidadãos apresentavam suas queixas ao pretor e este decidia quais eram justificadas e as despachava para serem julgados pelos juízes. Quando um pretor assumia o cargo, publicava um edito que estabelecia a maneira como interpretaria a lei ao conceder julgamentos. Tá, então peraí, agora a Eleanor virou... Gente, eu sei que ele era pra ser protetora, tá? Eu sei que ele era pra ser protetora. Mas é porque como essa palavra existe, mas não faz sentido, porque pretor é significado de juiz. E a Eleanor com certeza não é um juiz, porque ela é uma burra do cacete. Enfim, parabéns, ô Bandai. Mais um erro de português encontrado. Vou bater palmas pra você. Sério, que motivo seria uma exorcista para traí-los? Dizem que ela passou para o lado dos demônios. Ninguém em sã consciência faria isso. Que nojo. Ela é pior do que um traidor. Ela é uma inimiga da humanidade. Não, que nojo nem tanto, mas que ela é uma burra, isso com certeza.
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu? Surely you mean Mogilu? Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Modulu, not Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Mogilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Modulu! You did great today, Modulu. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu was working hard to carry out his dream.
So, you're Modulu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes, that's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have. That's why I think it's high time for Mogilu's Menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Modulu, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry. Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Modulu, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Majalu's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilu's menagerie, after all. I'm not so sure about this.
Galera, só falo uma coisa. Se você presta atenção pra ler essas falas, saiba que eu não confio em você. Ó, já vou até pular porque não faz... Ah, foda-se. Um bando de vilões que se apresenta como os piratas de Aifrey, de vez em quando, terror nos mares, como alguém que se permite causar sofrimento a outros homens em tempos de tanta angústia. Isso torna pior do que os demônios, na minha opinião. Você tem razão, tomara que acabem enforcados. Foda-se. Sério, galera, se você pra prestar atenção nessas cutscenes, saiba que você não tem a minha confiança e eu não confio em você. Só saiba.
Whenever I hear Magilu's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica. Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it. That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself. Remind me, Magilu, how old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
Os maiores inimigos dos dançarinos são seu próprio corpo e o coração do público. O dançarino que não se comunica com eles não passa de um circense cercado por um bando de curiosos. Eu jamais me esquecerei dessa lição. Meu pau bem no meio da tua mão. As terras de Genji do leste e a região nordeste de Midgard passaram por grandes transformações nos últimos séculos. Cadeias de montanhas afundaram no mar e viraram arquipélagos. Cidades e ruínas incontáveis foram tragadas pelas ondas. Tem como uma montanha virar ilha? Pois é, as ilhas do arquipélago da Lagoa Bonita já foram montanhas. Incrível, eu queria ver isso. Eu também, mas a região sofre com uma tempestade constante que não deixa os navios chegarem perto. É por isso que às vezes chamamos o lugar de Arquipélago do Trovão. Mano, umas coisas tão inúteis, cara. Sério, por que eu perco tempo lendo isso mesmo? Quer ver? Eu vou falar mais uma coisa inútil. Pense nas datas e nos locais que os demônios atacaram. Os canalhas têm um navio, é a única explicação, e pode ser que estejam recebendo ajuda de piratas. Nosso dever é zelar pela segurança da capital, temos que nos concentrar nisso. Você tem razão, o erro foi meu. Tá, isso daqui foi inteligente da parte deles. Confesso. Quer ver, ó? Ali, ó. Vai falar coisa inútil que ninguém liga.
When will the High Priest return to us? Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons. Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true. Hey, shh! They'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
Na hora que ela falou do pastor Gideon, já parei de prestar atenção já, porque ninguém merece. É a história que fica se repetindo. Não acredito que tem gente disputando poder em uma hora dessas. Isso é colocar os próprios desejos na frente de necessidades de muitos. Exatamente, se passarem as rédeas para o pastor, o problema estava encerrado. Estou procurando gente para minha banda. Vamos aproveitar a juventude fazendo música. Perfeito, eu ando obcecado com música ultimamente. Amigo. Tudo bem, talvez seja um crossdresser, né? Então tá bom. Ótimo, eu sinto que ainda vamos compor melodias maravilhosas juntos. Tá, né? Tá. Oh, controle. Escute, se a gente arrumasse um canhão, você acha que venceríamos? Com certeza. Se você acertar um tiro, sim. Mas o canhão é uma arma feita para atacar e defender posições fixas. Os demônios são ágeis e atacam quando menos se espera. Seriam alvos difíceis. Receio que os exorcistas sejam mesmo a melhor opção. Ou não. A gente tá matando um monte deles.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone too.
I hear the port at Hellevese is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
Os muitos de que Dom Artório Santo fala, na verdade, são os outros. Só um ser humano é capaz de se sacrificar pelo bem dos outros. Pode-se dizer que isso é uma força, um poder que só o ser humano possui. Pelo bem dos outros, foda-se. Fuem. Foi o que ela disse, galera. É sério. Fuem. Foda-se. Não vou ver cutscene. Tô cansado.
Thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
Oh, it would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
Prison Island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right. Then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Ifrid?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Ifrid would do. That's all.
They're taking a while.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Laphicet and bring him to the Logris Abbey headquarters.
What's wrong? Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights. But, You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not bad. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laphicet. Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.
I can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
Scout ship setting sail.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know. But his hawks seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar. It can't be.
What are you two sniffing at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt! But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners.
A cidade atrai muita gente por causa de segurança, e assim é melhor não ficar zanzando à noite. Não consigo nem falar, não tem como. Você sabe que é feito ensopado de lágrimas, é melhor nem saber. Não me interessa. Bom, mas é isso aí, galera. Essa foi a nossa gameplay de Tales of Berseria. Muito obrigado a todos que assistiram até aqui, que deixaram o seu like e o comentário. Aquele forte abraço, valeu, falou e tchau!